Hello financial investors and welcome to the channel. My name is Brent and today we are going to be doing our Monday buys video for the 30th of March 2020. With only 2 days left in March before we're jumping into April, we're going to go ahead and buy 4 stocks today. I already have them picked out. I'm going to go ahead and cover why I am buying these 4 stocks, and also one of these 4 stocks is a brand new position I'm added into my portfolio. And if you are brand new to my channel, have not yet subscribed, would really appreciate if you do subscribe to this channel. If you do enjoy this video, find it helpful, entertaining, definitely give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions at any time over any of the information covered, or just want to ask a question about the stock market, dividends, or hey, right now in the comment section below, let me know in April, as it's 2 days away. In the month of April, do you believe that we will move higher into the green, or do you think we'll move lower into the red? It doesn't matter by how much, just at the very end of April, do you think we will be positive or negative from where we enter April? So with that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I was watching stock futures here in the after hours right now. It was up earlier. I'm not sure by what caused this to happen, but the S&P was up 1.42%, the Nasdaq was up 1.33%, and the Dow Jones was up 1.53%. Now everything is starting to pull back here just a slight bit, but it's still overall positive. Now I don't know how the day will actually proceed once the day actually opens and investors are out there buying or selling, but kind of interesting to kind of see. I did watch Japan close earlier, down 1.57 on the day, and Hong Kong is currently open negative, down 0.88, 0.87 there. You can kind of see how it's been changing, and that is the futures right now. Now, jumping over into the M1 Finance account, we're going to go ahead and cover the weekly performance of the portfolio and look at some of the activity, what stocks paid out dividends. I haven't reinvested any of those dividends, but that's what we're going to be doing here on Monday. I do plan on buying 3 companies within my portfolio and then adding one new additional company to the portfolio. So let's go ahead and flop over here. I'm actually a bit disappointed that the market is not staying lower or trending lower. I've actually set lower objectives for this market, but we'll kind of see how it plays out. So last week alone, this portfolio rebounded 9.42%, put it on some gains there, and earning some dividends, some nice $15.11 of dividends. Now, of the companies that rebounded, it was of course the ones that I wanted to continue buying into, such as Main Street Capital, Realty Income, WP Carey, Stanley Black & Decker. If you looked at my list last week as far as positions that I wanted to buy into, Main Street Capital, I wanted to add another $200 to there. Stanley Black & Decker, I wanted to add, I think it was maybe $200 or $300. WP Carey. So a lot of these positions that I wanted to continue averaging into rebounded by double digits there, by quite a bit. So interesting how that played out. Realty Income, which is a new addition to the portfolio, is now positive overall. Where is it now? By 27.41%. So it's up there in my highest sailors. So I won't be averaging into Realty Income for the time being until hopefully it comes down in the future, but I did lock in a very nice yield on that one. Now, of the portfolio here in the weekly, we did have some red. So while there was a lot of green out there, I was actually a little bit curious as to Walmart. Walmart was down 3.85% on the week. Now, maybe that could be due to just how it has actually been performing during this downturn. It hasn't really been affected as much as other companies, and I think even in some situations it had moved slightly higher in the earlier portions of the downturn, so maybe just could be getting a little bit weaker with what's kind of going on out there. I did take a profit on Clorox on either Wednesday or Thursday. I sold out of it on my Merrill Edge portfolio and bought into SPLV and ETF, and that one bounced up, I believe, a little bit higher on Wednesday, Thursday, and came down slightly on Friday. So Lancaster here, this one, I could see that being negative on the week. Clorox, that one has been high flying. This was actually trading, it was trading near all-time highs. So Clorox took a bit of a break here on the end of the week, and that was expected. Las Vegas Sands, Las Vegas Strips basically closed. Tanger Factory Outlet, all the malls and such. I think that's not going to be very good for them here in the short term. This used to have about $800 of equity within it. It's now down at $239, so it has been walloped quite a bit during this whole downturn. And then Walgreens, I'm actually surprised to see this one negative as well, by as much as 5.21%. I would think it would be doing a little bit better during this downturn, as it's probably one of the main, one of the retail stores that's still open, because it does, I believe it sells items that are, necessities. So those are some, the performance here for the week. Lots of positive out there. Now, as far as companies that paid out dividends last week and what stocks we bought, if you tuned in last week, we did buy $200 of Realty Income, $100 of WP Carey, $100 of Main Street Capital, $100 of Essex Property Trust, and $100 of Cisco. So we bought quite a bit of Real Estate Investment Trust and Cisco Systems, which goes ex-dividend here in April, just a few days away. Now, the companies that paid out dividends this past week was Las Vegas Sands. They're still paying out that dividend of $5.54 to the portfolio. And we had Lockheed Martin paying out $4.99. And we also made a deposit here on Friday of $115.38, putting us with a cash balance of our initial deposit. We deposited pretty heavy here recently, and we've been dollar cost averaging into this market. So we do have a little bit over $1,800 in this account to continue to average. Okay, so that is the activity here for the week. Now, I do have some companies here that increased their dividends. I had Digital Realty Trust, which increased their dividend from just $4.32 to $4.48. That's an increase there of roughly 3.64%. And this position is also just positive by 20.12. We can see here that our current yield is 3.25 with the current yield. Oh, yeah, the current buying yield. If you were to buy this currently on the market, you would roughly get a 3.25% starting yield. My yield's 3.91. Now watch these numbers as I increase this one to 448. You'll see that these increase. So there we go. My yield now is 4.05%. So because they increased their dividend, this increased my base yield, and it also increased the current yield that they're offering. But now that puts me over 5% starting, or that puts me at a 4% yield on cost for my shares. And this one now pays roughly $16.57 out every year, or about $4.14 every quarter. So that is a nice increase there. Now, the 4 companies that I'm planning to buy this week are part of my mixture that I've already set off to the side here. So I am not going to be buying, what was it? Oh, right, this time. I'd like to still add another $300 into Realty Income, but I would like it to really fall back. I'd really like this market to just retrace the all-time lows, maybe just rebottom, retest the lows, and even potentially fall even further. Let's throw out some red out there. But I am planning on buying Main Street Capital, even though this last week Main Street Capital put on, overall, let's just look at the overall. Main Street Capital is still down in the portfolio, roughly 27.35% for the week, even though it put on 40.25% in the week. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging into it. I still want to add $200 total back into that position, but for this current week, I'm going to go ahead and add $100. That way I still have some room to add some more if it does happen to fall from where it's currently at. I can just add more equity in, buying up some shares. So Main Street Capital is one I'm planning to buy. Eaton Vance, I do want to add about another $200. I'm going to just go ahead and put $200 into Eaton Vance during this time. In this last week, Eaton Vance, let's go ahead and just do an EV. Should be right within here. It did put on roughly 16.76%. I do actually think it will fall. I'm actually just going to put $100. That gives me another $100 to kind of average into this one in the future, as hopefully it kind of falls. Cisco, I was planning to do the same thing with Cisco. We're going to go ahead and do $100 into Cisco. No, I'm going to go ahead and do $200. I don't know, and I could always add more here in the future. So I'm going to continue to put $200 into Eaton Vance, $200 into Cisco, and the new position here that I'm planning to add to this portfolio is Cisco. It's not the Cisco Systems where they sell telecommunication products, switches, routers, firewalls. This is a wholesaler. They distribute food to different businesses. You'll probably see their trucks kind of roaming around. They are pronounced the Cisco Corp, and they do food wholesale. They kind of distribute food throughout the United States. So as you come down here, this company focuses on marketing and distribution food products to restaurants, healthcare, educational facilities, hotels and inns, and other food, service, and hospitality businesses. So they serve a ton of products, over 400,000 clients. And this company has been on my watch list for quite a while. If I kind of scroll down here towards the bottom, this has been my watch list for I don't know how many months now. But recently, from where I initially told myself, hey, I want to buy Cisco, I kind of put one share. I put where I had seen the price at $50 at $62.28. Since I looked at it and thought it was a great deal, I added it to my watch list, and now it's down 20.99% since I initially started to watch it. So I think this is a really good opportunity. I'm not going to be putting the full $800 into this position at this time because I do think maybe it could wiggle down just a bit further into the red, and then I could add some more to this position. Another one I considered was Leggett & Platt. This one's offering a nearly 5.44% starting yield on this one. It's really nice, but it's home and furnishing products, and I'm not sure if that's very essential right now, so I do think that the earnings are going to be hurt, and this company could continue to fall a little bit further, even faster. And then I do have some financials, which we'll be kind of covering as a replacement for JP Morgan. So that is going to be my fourth one that I'm going to be adding to the portfolio, and it's a new position. Now, why am I sort of buying into these now? Cisco, Eaton Vance. That is because they are actually going ex-dividend. ABM is also going ex-dividend. That was another one I had looked at as well. Where is ABM? That one is more. I have that open on my tabs, so maybe I will buy a little bit of that one as well. I think that's why I had it open. So I'm going to go ahead and add ABM in here as well. And ABM is sitting at $300 of invested equity, so I would like to add maybe another $300 to it. This one goes ex-dividend every 1, 4, 7, and 10. And we'll go with 150 into it and put this back into the middle. Okay, so we're actually going to be buying 5 stocks. Main Street Capital, Eaton Vance, Cisco, and ABM Industries. So those are the companies. So Main Street Capital, that's a BDC, Business Development Center. Then we have Eaton Vance, that's a little financial here. Asset management company. So let's go ahead and start with Eaton Vance, Cisco. I'm going to put these in order so we can kind of discuss them here. Cisco is SYY. And we have ABM. ABM is right towards the end. Okay, so Main Street Capital, I'm not going to be discussing too much on that one. That's a BDC. And it's a monthly paying one. I'm just going to be putting $100 into it. But Eaton Vance, this one here, it's within the financial sector. It's an asset management company. 39 years of growing and paying out dividends. Payout ratio of 43.71% and a starting yield here of 4.62%. I have been wanting to continue to average into this one. This one isn't going ex-dividend until the very end of the month in April. But at this time, I want to kind of add just a little bit into it. My goal for Eaton Vance is to add $200. I'm actually just going to break that down It's not going ex-dividend until the end of April, so I have some time. I'm just going to put 50 for now. So this one's not going ex-dividend until the end of April. I would like to see the market fall a bit more within the financials. Cisco Systems, this one is networking and communication devices. Our infrastructure was all Cisco Systems since I started working where I'm working in the business, in the financial area. We use Cisco Systems for everything from switches to routing to firewalls to our StealthWatch, ICE, so many products that we had out there. We spent so much money on Cisco, and they just didn't keep up with the times. But I think they're still doing well. You know, one of the main name brands you think of when you think of networking and communication devices. We did switch from Cisco to HP Aruba, but I think, future-wise, I don't know many other businesses that just kind of not choose Cisco. So I think they're still a very strong business leader, and they are going ex-dividend on April 4th, April 2nd, which is this Thursday. So I buy them, a nice amount of Cisco here on Monday, and then they go ex-dividend on 2nd. I do think maybe they have some more upside, downside potential, but that's fine. They're offering a very nice starting yield here of around 3.71%. I actually had unloaded Cisco a couple times during the year in the $50 range, so I'm definitely buying it back in at a much better price. Now, Cisco Corp, the wholesaler, we have Cisco Systems and Cisco Corp. This one's again a food wholesaler. They distribute products and food to all sorts of different areas. They are offering a 3.37% starting yield, a payout ratio of 50.94, and a starting yield dividend growth for the past 49 years. And this one also goes ex-dividend on April 2nd. It's kind of why I decided to add this one to it. I've been watching it for quite a while, wanting to buy into this one, and this just looks like the best opportunity where I'm getting a roughly 20% discount from where I believed it was a great company to buy and hold for the long term, and now I'm getting the opportunity. In ABM Industries, this is sort of one that I had been looking at earlier. This one has a very small payout ratio in itself at 74 cents, but it's also priced fairly cheap at $21.99. This one offers a 3.37% starting yield, and this one is business services, having grown and paid out dividends for the past 52 years and 39.61% payout ratio. So I would consider this one very safe. Now, this one provides janitorial, parking, security, engineering, lighting services for commercial, industrial, institutional, and retail facilities in the United States. And this one could be hit here in the short term, as a lot of these jobs could potentially be non-essential, but I would think maybe some security, some engineering, lighting services would be pretty much needed. So we'll kind of see. I'd like to, average into this one. This one is also going ex-dividend on the 1st, which is Wednesday. So all these positions outside of EV is going ex-dividend here just this week alone. So this will be increasing my dividends, getting paid out here in the future by quite a bit, just really quick up front. With that said, we're going to go ahead and make our buys here for Monday, the 30th of March. So again, we're going to go ahead and be buying some Eaton Vance. So I'm going to go ahead and sort this by my negatives up top. There we are. And we should be able to see Eaton Vance here. So EV right there. Now I did plan to buy $50 of Eaton Vance. I do have a little bit more time until it goes ex-dividend. So $50 of Eaton Vance, continue and confirm. Next, we're going to go ahead and buy Main Street Capital. We swap over here, go here and check out Main Street Capital. Let's go MIN, Main Street Capital. We're going to go ahead and buy $100 of Main Street Capital, continue and confirm. We are going to buy $200 of Cisco Systems. Back to the portfolio. Cisco Systems, we're going to go ahead and buy. Oh, it's actually positive there. Interesting. I didn't think it was positive in the portfolio. This is showing negative. That one's showing positive. Interesting. We're going to go ahead and buy, was it $200? $200 of Cisco Systems. That's correct. And confirm. And then we're going to go ahead and buy $400 of Cisco Corp. That's not added into the portfolio. We'll add that one in just a second. We're going to go ahead and buy ABM 150. ABM Industries. Buy $150 worth. Continue, confirm. And then we're going to go ahead and add Cisco Corp into it by clicking Edit. Adding SYY, Cisco Corporation. Add to the basket. Add it. I'm going to go ahead and just equalize. No, I'm not going to equalize. I'm going to go ahead, put 1 in there and drop this down and save it and confirm. And now we have value. I should be right. Okay. It wouldn't come up to the top. So I'm going to put $400 into this one. Kind of get in this position, kind of kicked off. And there we are. Those are the 4 buys. 5 buys. 5 buys this week. Okay. So view our detail. We're going to be buying some Cisco Systems, some ABM Industries, some Eaton Vance, some Cisco Corporation, and some Main Street Capital, all going into the portfolio here on Monday, even though it could potentially be a positive day. Oh no, looks like it's going red right now. So we shall see how this plays out. Being able to buy some more into the red may have a bit of a slushy weekend kind of going forward, but we'll see what happens in the future. We still have some more equity to invest. We're investing $900 here this Monday. That'll leave us with about almost $1,000 still to invest with cash in the account. Plus, we can still add more equity into this account going forward if we choose to, which we will. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, find it helpful, entertaining, definitely give this video a thumbs up. If you guys have any comments or questions, want to let me know what stocks you're planning to buy this week or sometime in the future, let me know also. And the very last thing for April, go ahead and let me know. Do you think the market will be green or do you think the market will be red? And that is it. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and smash that thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.